I'm going to be eating all 10 of these hot sauces to find out whether or not spicy food actually makes you sweat, and whether or not increasing sweat through spicy food can help certain anime characters. But first things first, I need to make a batch of mapo tofu before I try all of these sauces. Now, mapo tofu is a relatively easy dish to make. I've made it quite a few times, and I'll leave other My Hero Academia videos in the description below, so if you want to see some of those older videos where I eat like the characters from My Hero Academia for an entire day, I'm gonna leave those down there because I also made mapo tofu for those videos. But first I'm gonna throw a little bit of oil in my pan, then a touch of chili flake, a second chili flake, and Szechuan peppercorn. The Szechuan peppercorn actually gives it that numbing spice flavor. I'm only gonna saute this for just a second or two, just to oh God, to toast it up. Oh God, that's it, yep, like 5 seconds. Oh my Lord. This is gonna be a video. Yep, this is gonna be a video. Oh my God. I just needed to toast it slightly. Yep, okay, that's done. And this has to get added with the other hot sauces. Oh, I'm already sweating. I'm gonna add another bit of oil to the wok, then a little bit of ground pork. Once the pork is cooked through, I add some ginger, some garlic, mix those up for about 30 seconds. Then some spicy bean paste, which helps provide a ton of salt and, oh God, and more spicy flavor. After a minute, I'm adding in about a half a cup of chicken stock. Then my tofu chunks. Normally we get silken tofu, but I like the medium firm, so it's usually made with silken, but I just like this way. And after about 30 seconds, I'm adding the toasted chilies directly back into everything. After simmering for a few minutes, I'm gonna add in just a bit of cornstarch slurry to help thicken up the sauce. Right before I plate up the tofu, I'm gonna take some green onion that I freshly sliced, throw that right on top and give it just a quick toss. You don't wanna cook the green onions here. You want them nice and fresh still. Then I'm gonna place this on a nice large plate. Dude, looks so good. I love mapo tofu. And there's a quick and simple mapo tofu to start off this hot sauce theory of mine, and I don't know if it's going to work. I'm not looking forward to most of it, but I'm gonna do it because we need the answers. I'm also getting just a little bit of rice with my mapo tofu.
The first hot sauce is Dawson's Coffee Date Hot Sauce, a nice 1900 Scoville units.
And I'm gonna do a little, oh God, okay, well, this one will probably go a little bit heavier. Cheers. Oh, that's delicious. The mapo tofu does overpower it, but it does have a little kick to it. God, that sauce, this sauce number one. Now that my training arc has begun, I wanna talk to you about cooling spices. What are they? How do they work? Why are they called cooling spices? So this one threw me off back in culinary school. Cooling spices aren't actually cold or consumed in cold environments. It felt like a trick question to a fresh and up-and-coming culinary student such as myself. I didn't really have an answer when the chef had asked us that question. Let me know what you think cooling spices actually are in the comments down below. 3, 2, 1. Cooling spices tend to actually be spicy or carry certain compounds that trigger the body's internal cooling system. You can kind of think of it as your personal air conditioning unit that is powered by the spice. I don't know why I said it like that. Spices like chili, ginger, black pepper, and mustard seeds contain compounds like capsaicin and pepperine, both of which trigger that effect. These compounds activate the receptors in your mouth like mine are happening right now, and your body into tricking you into thinking you're physically overheating, which is not something there's 9 more of these. So this is similar but different to the effect you get when you go to the gym or you go for a brisk walk, or you're in Bakugo's case, you're fighting the bad guys. Your body responds by sweating, and as sweat evaporates, you cool down. But this is why spicy food hits hardest in hot climates. Your internal air conditioning is already working overtime from the weather, so adding spicy food is like adding nitrous to the car. I don't know, man, I love Fast and the Furious. What are you gonna do? Eating spicy food has a similar effect. It turns on your inside air conditioning. And now it's time for hot sauce number 2. This box is attacking me in so many ways.
The next hot sauce is Crema Maca, 5500 Scoville units, twice as much as the previous.
Oh, but that smells, oh baby. You know, I wasn't really looking forward to this, and now my mouth is salivating, so we're gonna do just about the same amount as we did on the other one. This is hot sauce number 2. I'm not really feeling the sweat here. My legs are sweating. That's because I'm wearing sweatpants. That's a poor decision. So we're gonna judge how sweaty I get by my pit stains. Nice video, Paul. Cheers. This is a hot sauce. This is good. Oh my God, fantastic. It feels like it doesn't hit you immediately, which is really nice. The flavor is fantastic. Now, spicy food grows best in hot and humid regions like South and Central America, India, Southeast Asia, Southern China, Africa, and other countries as well. But thanks to global trade, you can find spicy food kind of everywhere, though not every culture eats spicy food as heavily as others. And that's gonna make sense a little bit later on as we kind of dig into why. Countries like India, Thailand, Mexico, Vietnam, and Indonesia, among many others, rely on spicy food for a lot of their cuisines, not just for flavor, because we know we love those flavors, but also for health, food preservation, oh my God, I'm so sorry, and thermoregulation. The air conditioning we talked about earlier, you know, this video is pretty raw, so things are happening with the spicy food, okay? Now, there are some positives of spicy food, and this is where I want to come back to an anime character whose entire livelihood relies on his explosive sweat, Bakugo. Because in a few ways, spicy food might actually make him, and maybe you, a little more powerful. This is not even an exaggeration because spicy food has benefits both for real people and fictional characters like Bakugo. But with all the good things, there are some bad things. But first, I want to talk about a lot of the positives of spicy food, and the spice is building just a little bit, so this is kind of nice and tingly. Spicy food can increase sweat production, boost metabolism, and fat oxidation, improve circulation, open airways, like when you eat a bunch of wasabi, right? Physically trigger an adrenaline response, and even reduce perceived exertion from activity, because the spicy food is the one that's pushing forward all the pain versus the pain giving you the pain. Does that make sense? And all of this sounds insanely good for someone whose quirk or power relies on explosive sweat, doesn't it? Kind of feeling right now. Spicy food does raise the body's temperature, which increases sweat production like I'm feeling right now, turning Bakugo into a self-charging explosion machine. And I think the great explosion murder god Dynamite definitely wouldn't pass up a power advantage if he could get it. And no, I'm not talking about the explosions I'm going to experience tomorrow morning. I'm talking about the explosions that come out of Bakugo's sweat. I feel like there's an easier way to get these out other than just like breaking the box, but what are you gonna do? You know, I learned from All Might, smash stuff open, I guess.
Number 3 is Hot One's Sriracha Pickled Garlic Hot Sauce at 18,500 Scoville units.
Now, before I get into the next sauce, I'm gonna have a little bit of a break and talk to you about Tokyo Treat, today's sponsor. For those of you who don't know, Tokyo Treat is the snack subscription box that gets a taste of Japan delivered straight to your door. And this month, they're doing the Tokyo Snackin' Wonderland. Every Tokyo Treat box is filled to the brim with treats, and you can already tell that I've tasted the Kit Kat, but I'm gonna have another one just for you. From sweet to savory, there's a little bit for everyone. And the best part is that if you use my code down below, you're gonna get $5 off your first Tokyo Treat box, and you don't wanna miss the Snackin' Wonderland one. Every Tokyo Treat box comes with this beautiful booklet that describes every single treat that's in the box, plus allergen information, so that way you know exactly what you're eating. And this month, I'm trying the berry Kit Kat flavor. I've actually never tried this, even though I've tried up to 20 other Kit Kats before. Yes, a lot of Kit Kats, so let's see how this one tastes. This one's so good. It's like eating a chocolate dipped berry. This is amazing. But what I love about Tokyo Treat boxes is that it's not just all sweets. You also get savory items like these potato rings as well. Give these a taste. Oh, that's fun. And then you go back to the sweet. This is like dipping French fries into a berry shake. Oh, really good. If you want a taste of Japan delivered straight to your door, check out Tokyo Treat at my link down below, and you're gonna get $5 off your first box, or use the QR code on screen. So thank you to Tokyo Treat for sponsoring today's video. Now to the next hot sauce. And I might need some of these treats to help me fight some of the spiciness. And let me just say, sauce number 10, the final sauce, doesn't even have a Scoville unit listed. They're like, you know what? You're the one eating it, so Godspeed, buddy. There's nothing listed. Now the question is, do I have a pit stain yet? Nope, we're good, we're clear. We're clear. No, there's a little bit right there. I am going to definitely feel sick after this, so please subscribe for my stomach, because I think I'm gonna need the support. We're gonna do about the same as we did with the other ones, okay? Cheers. Oh, that one is pretty immediate. Not like the other one, which was only 5,500. But admittedly, it doesn't feel as spicy, and I'm not gonna say these are not spicy, because the kick is good, because I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get to one of them, and my face is going to be incinerated. Oh, now I'm salivating. Okay, that was a good one. This is pretty good. Not as good as the second one, but this is pretty good. Oh, here we go. Okay, there's more that I want to tell you about. There are disadvantages to eating too much spicy food, but I'm going to explain more about them towards the end because I think it's really important that you understand where those disadvantages come from and the positives and how the positives might outweigh them. What is wrong with my mouth right now? Now, My Hero Academia mostly takes place in Japan. It's a country not necessarily known for its spicy cuisine like foods found in Thailand or Mexico. That's not to say there are no spicy foods in Japan, because there definitely are, and I've eaten a lot of them. Here's just a few examples. One of them is tantanmen. It's a Japanese spicy ramen based on spicy Chinese Szechuan dishes like dandan noodles. And no, not this dandan noodle. Or maybe like a karaage, which is fried chicken served with a nice tangy spicy mayo sauce from Cooking with Chaos, my brand new infinite recipe card system that's 10% off at the link down below, and you should totally order it for the holidays. Or something like the spicy mentaiko, which is a cod roe that's topped on various dishes, and they'll usually add some kind of chili or capsaicin to that to flavor it. Probably gonna need some water. But there are other things like shichimi chogarashi. This is a spice that I bought in Kyoto. So this one is something that is very spicy. I mean, look at the ladies out there. They look very excited about how spicy this is. But one dish that I had in Japan that was extremely spicy, and it was notably what I dubbed Rock Lee level curry of life spicy, was from Ken-chan's curry in Nakano. My face and other parts of my body were on fire for a very long time after eating that spicy curry. But historically, Japan didn't have a high spice tolerance, and it's not like the other previously mentioned countries that we spoke about. Today though, younger generations love spicy food. Maybe it's because we just want to feel something, feel anything, and maybe spicy food gives us those feelings. In major cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, you're sure to find a spicy challenge with a simple Google search. I mean, look, I just typed in spicy food Tokyo, and these are the results. There's spicy food everywhere these days. My Hero Academia more or less takes place in modern day Japan, so that means there's plenty of spicy food within the country. But what's interesting is that Bakugo's self-proclaimed favorite dish is actually Mapo Tofu, a Szechuan style dish that focuses on mala, which is the numbing spices and the hot chili burning spices. It's a balance of the two that really make this dish what it is. But what's really fascinating doing a lot of this research is that in Japan, spicy food, like a lot of other countries, has an increase of sale in the summertime. Convenience stores like Lawson's and 7-Eleven actually advertise Karai Summers or Hot Summer Specials, which sound more like a Pitbull song than they would like a spicy food special. Dale, dale. This is video. But my personal favorite Japanese spicy food is definitely the Ken-chan style curry. I absolutely love it, whether or not it harms my body. But now it's time for sauce number 4. We're not even halfway through. This is gonna be an adventure for you and for me. Mostly for you. I might have regrets.
Hot sauce number 4 is Chilengua de Fuego, 28,000 Scoville units.
We're gonna do about the same as we did for the other ones, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that much of what I'm putting on the future ones, but cheers to sauce number 4. Sweat check. We good? Ooh, we're actually getting a little bit of color. Getting a little bit of color there. Uh-oh. Cheers. Fantastic flavor. Yeah, that's good. This is a nice one. It does hit you right in the mouth immediately. I can feel it on my lips. This is, oh God, this is gonna be, just put that back. We're gonna talk about the fitness part of spicy food, but I did mention earlier that spicy food is good for your metabolism and can actually improve metabolic health. And there is some truth to that, only some truth. A lot of people think that sweating from spicy food means you're burning way more calories, but does spicy food actually increase metabolism? This is something that is kind of a mixed bag. You know, a lot of the studies are not conclusive, but some studies have shown that capsaicin boosts metabolic rate by about 8 to 10%. And that's like, whoo, 10%. That's about 10 extra calories per 100 calories your body burns at the top range of spiciness. So you gotta eat a lot of spicy food to burn an extra 10 calories for every 100. Here's an example. My personal resting metabolic rate was calculated at about 1,800 calories burned throughout the day. That means if I eat at the top end of spicy food to possibly increase my metabolism, which is way more spicy food that I can handle, my body would burn an extra 180 calories the rest of the day. Is that worth it? I think I would rather have one less moon pie each day than experience the fiery inferno of death that would become my bathroom every day from eating that much spicy food to burn those extra calories. So if you're eating spicy food, eat it because you enjoy it, not because you might lose weight. And it is getting warm in here, and I think I need to take off my pants, but I don't want to put on, it's fine, we're gonna keep going. I don't think Bakugo though needs to worry about spicy food to lose weight. I mean, look at him, he murdered God Dynamite, you know? He still might be able to also utilize the stronger sweat reaction. This rabbit hole is so weird. That being said though, I would not have anything super spicy too soon before a workout or before lots of physical activity, because you might experience explosions that you're not looking forward to during those squats. They're not coming out of your hands. I'm losing it. Oh, it's hot. It is actually hot. Spicy food does slightly increase heart rate and blood circulation at high levels of spice, but so does a nice, delicious cup of coffee, which is right here. And you get the caffeine benefits too. None of these flavors work, by the way. It's just a smorgasbord of stuff. Now, you'll still get some health benefits from spicy food. It helps with inflammation, appetite control, and can even be antimicrobial in some instances. So if you're trying to use spicy food to get strong, maybe talk to a nutritionist and not listen to me, who's judging how much sweat you produce through spicy food by the pit stains from this video. Now it's time for spicy food number 5. This box, man, this is a ridiculous box.
Next up is Neil's Real Deal Chimichurri Habanero at 48,000 Scoville units.
All of them have smelled very good, by the way. Remember, trying to do about the same amount. I feel like it's a lot. We're doing 4 to 5 drops. Cheers. That one's just good. There's no initial heat. I feel like this one, as Sean Evans says, oh, it builds on you. But the flavor is really nice. It's really fresh. The chimichurri is really good in here. Oh, I like this one. Pit check. I feel like I have shin sweats though. Maybe I sweat more down here. Maybe we'll look at my legs later. We are halfway through the hot sauces, and I feel like the next few just jump up so dramatically. It's gonna be a lot. The next one has a lot of Scoville units, and I'm kind of scared. But we can't talk about cooling spices all day without actually mentioning warming spices. There has to be one and the other to kind of exist in our world. You would think that warming spices would warm you up, right? Well, yes, that's technically what they do. They're spices like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, cardamom, and allspice. Warming spices are heavily used in countries like Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Germany, but are notably also used in countries like Vietnam and China to balance out the flavors or the spicy flavors of the cooling spices. Personally, I love when there is both a blend of cooling and warming spices, but they can both absolutely stand on their own for their respective recipes. I mean, do you really want chilies in your sweet roll? I mean, probably not, but also that could be really good. What's really interesting is how impactful the cuisines are for different countries based on the amount of warming or cooling spices they consume. This is kind of a bit of fascinating, almost like geography in a way. Cooling spice regions tend to consume more vegetables. The people are leaner, they sweat a lot more, and might even have lower rates of heart disease. Warming spice regions, on the other hand, tend to have more energy-dense food with lots of fats to help with the winters. The people tend to be a bit bigger, and their foods carry a more comforting flavor, and at least for me, because wouldn't you want a nice sweet roll by a fireplace that has the cinnamon and the clove and the nutmeg? Oh, that sounds so good right now. And while both populations can be super healthy, cooling spices, the spicy ones, do have a slight metabolic advantage here. That being said, I do think it's important to just consume both cuisines because both cuisines are fantastic, and a lot of the time they do work in harmony together. But the question is, oh Lord, I'm sorry. The question is what makes the most sense for Bakugo, who relies on sweat for his power? Pit check. It's happening. It's happening.
Next up is Hot Ones Tropical Amarillo at 69,000 Scoville units.
Woo! That one makes your nose hairs tingle. Oh, this one's thick. This one's thick. This one's 5, 6. Oh, okay, that was a lot. Cheers to sauce number 6. Oh, that's good though. This one's a hot sauce. This is good. It says it's medium, please. Medium for who? Sean. I'm blaming you this whole video. That one actually feels less spicy than some of the other ones. And that just kind of goes to show you, okay, there it is. That one just goes to show you that you can have a balance of flavors to counteract the heat like we talked about earlier. Now, when I first started getting this ridiculous idea about all of this hot sauces, it was because I had to scratch this itch from back in culinary school. And after watching Food Wars and where spices are heavily used, not only for the flavor, but the medicinal uses, I knew I wanted to try this because I've never done this before. And now maybe I'll do like a culinary school retrospective of Food Wars. So make sure you get subscribed for that because that's gonna be a very fun video, I think. And maybe we'll not do the hot sauces for that one because Now I've talked to you guys about cooling spices and warming spices and the potential benefits of both, but will all of these points help Bakugo, my mouth is salivating, become the world's strongest without drawbacks? Yes, but it's complicated. Okay, hear me out. In season 7 of episode 3 of My Hero Academia, Bakugo says that the rain actually took away some of the bang of his explosions and essentially meant that some of his explosions were not as powerful because of the rain. The rain will cool him down and can drown out some of the sweat or compromise it, which leads to those weaker explosions. But even with that, my man did all of this in the rain with a cave in a hammer. Now here's where regional differences of cuisines can come in to help someone like Bakugo. Imagine the same fight with All For One happening in the deserts of Mexico, the humidity of Thailand, or even the scorching summers of Japan. His sweat production would skyrocket without him expanding any additional energy to warm up. He could just stand there and like produce sweat and just fling it at people and charge all of his explosions. But in the cold rain, he has to work a little bit harder to generate sweat. So if the weather is not in your favor, how do you work around it? What if your spice tolerance is already fairly high? Maybe Bakugo's is because he loves spicy food. That's where something like this comes in. And maybe not just this, but it could be a hot tamale. It could be the red pill that's filled with heat and spice for Bakugo on the go. I mean, you get the idea. It could just be a capsule of spice to make you sweat faster than normal without exerting effort. Capsaicin capsules already exist in health food stores, so why not just amp it up to maybe a safe degree? But you know, most of the things in health food stores are not FDA approved and people are just throwing all sorts of things into pills and selling them to us, so whatever, just make it as spicy as you want, I guess. Now, if it's spicy enough, he might start sweating quickly, or it can be used to help with the blood flow, alertness, sweat production, like I talked about, has multifaceted uses, not only for your body, but in this case, to create more explosion stuff. But there are lots of drawbacks to this. It's like someone eating an entire Carolina Reaper and having heart palpitations. And yes, this does happen. These things are incredibly spicy. It could potentially lead Bakugo to sweat more. It could lead to dehydration, and the sweat drains sodium, potassium, and magnesium from the body, and those are your electrolytes. Which one did we just have? 6? We're going for 7.
Number 7 is Hawaiian Hot Tea's Pog Squared at 110,000 Scoville units.
Okay, pomegranate orange, we're gonna try number 7. The ramblings of a madman this day. Okay, smells good. A little heat. All right, we're gonna do a piece of tofu with this one. We didn't last time. Oh, they're getting thicker, I feel like, as they get spicier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, got it. Oh, that one immediate. No, bad hot sauce. That one is immediate. Like, oh, passion fruit, pineapple. Oh, yeah, that's good. Not bad. Pit check. You got sweat? Yeah? Oh God. We have 3 more sauces to go. And remember, the last hot sauce doesn't even have a Scoville rating. So I'm actually terrified. My mouth is just constantly salivating. So spicy food does increase sweat production, as you can tell. I haven't really been moving. I haven't gone on a jog, but I am sweating and I can feel it. And okay, but there's an advantage to spicy food. There's actually 2 other anime characters that use spicy food to their advantage, and one of them is Choji, the goat from Naruto, who uses his family's pepper pill during the Sasuke retrieval arc to unlock butterfly mode. The pill is so spicy, it makes him lose a tremendous amount of weight, so that way he could become faster and stronger. And this gave Choji the upper hand, but on a time limit due to the recoil from eating spicy food, because there's recoil, man. So sorry. trying to be professional. So if Choji weighs a solid 250 pounds and eats this pepper, Rachel, stop laughing. And if he knows that, if we now know that capsaicin increases metabolism by about 8 to 10% of your TDEE at upper levels, which is the normal amount of calories you burn in a day. Remember, mine is 1800. For the average person, that's 8 to 10 extra calories per 100. So Choji's pepper pill has to be burning thousands of calories per second to go from where he was before to butterfly mode very quickly. Oh, God. Now, another character in Naruto who is near and dear to my heart that utilizes spicy food is Rock Lee and his Curry of Life. But what's interesting about the Curry of Life is that it's essentially like a pain tolerance challenge, mostly because he doesn't eat this during battle, because could you imagine eating a big spicy bowl of curry and then going into a fight? You're just gonna vomit everywhere and that's gonna be your only weapon. But Rock Lee does this because the saliva is thick. Rock Lee does this because he doesn't have ninjutsu, so he uses anything else he can to get an upper hand, and he chooses Curry of Life to really test his fight. And trust me, eating spicy food does help get that adrenaline up. You start sweating, you become delirious, and realistically, it may even knock you out, which is what I'm feeling right now. I feel like my words per minute are just going like this. We have to try sauce number 8. Remember, there's only 3 left, and the next 3 are gonna go quick. We don't have much else to say about all this spicy food. This is the bomb evolution? There's a Da Bomb over there.
Da Bomb Evolution comes in at 135,600 Scoville units.
They are getting thicker. Hold on, I gotta shake this up. This looks like sludge. I'm scared of this, man. Oh, it's so thick. It's not even sauce, this is hot paste. It smells chemically still. They say it's all natural. That somehow. I always watch them do the last dab where it's like 1 or 2 drops, but since this is not coated in the sauces, I'm just doing what I think is a fair amount. This smells not like food. Cheers. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's nasty. That's just not a good hot sauce. That's just weird and spicy. Oh, it smells, oh, it tastes burned. No. You go back. It's just spicy. That's literally all it is. That's not good at all. No. I have 2 more hot sauces, but I still have to answer the question as to whether or not Bakugo should only consume spicy food. And the answer is relatively simple. It's no. He shouldn't only consume spicy food. Pit check. I think I'm proving my point here. I still think Bakugo, or anyone, should have a balance of food. And yes, you can prefer, this one is just building and building. You can prefer spicy foods like mapo tofu or tacos with hot sauce, but having the other foods in there not only give him it's like burning right here, give him a varied palate, but it'll create like an environment where spicy food may help him sweat with lower doses of spice. So this way you're not eating a ton of spicy food to get the effects. But I still think there has to be a bottom floor as to how much you need to start sweating. That being said, I think some kind of like spicy candy or spicy supplement made by the hero's support class could absolutely give him an upper edge in battle. He could eat the Bakugo Heat Gummy mid-battle, instantly sweat, making bigger explosions, and it's kind of low effort, high reward, but there are some risks there. I still think the risks can be worked around, hear me out, because of the hero support course, because they're pretty legit, right? One of the main drawbacks of eating too much spicy food in hot climates is actually hydration or dehydration. Since spicy food increases sweat, there creates a risk of dehydration, especially with intense situations like Bakugo finds himself in fights with All For One. Now, to circumvent this, you can do some weird things. You can drink some water. You can carry around hydration packs. You can have a portable IV solution during long missions. Just do stuff, you know? But those things can be broken or lost. Like how are you gonna carry an IV drip around? So he may find himself without the hydration pack, but only a pepper pill like Choji. And then he's going to be on a very short time limit as to how long he can last after eating that pepper pill. And this is where hot sauce number 9 comes in.
Number 9 is Karma Sauce Funkin' Yellow at 670,000 Scoville units.
So I'm gonna pour some of the hot sauce onto here. We're gonna do just a couple of drops. Oh my God, this one's making my eyes hurt. Oh God, okay, let's see what this smells like. Let's see what this Karma smells like. Oh God, I already can't feel anything in my mouth. Oh, this one smells like chemicals and karma. Oh, that's just, okay. Now I'm gonna get my spoonful of mapo tofu. Remember, the mapo tofu already has chilies in it. And then we're gonna do the little bit of hot sauce on here. Cheers. I don't want this right now. Here we go. Maybe this is why they explain that like eating spicy food increases sweat production because you kind of start freaking out a little bit, right? Like maybe it's like a natural inclination for your body to respond by running away from itself, which you can't. You can't run away from yourself. Oh, this one builds. The flavor is actually not bad, but this one, yeah, this one's not fun either. Oh, okay, that was enough of that. Oh God, hold on. After sauce number 9, it feels like I'm having a hard time thinking. And this is where we can kind of talk about the next thing before the final sauce. But first, pit check. We got, oh yeah, we're sweating. Oh, that's a spicy meatball. Overusing extreme spice could actually damage the stomach lining and reduce its effectiveness over time. It can cause dizziness, dehydration, hallucinations, and spice, in this case, for Bakugo, should be a tactic and not just a cheat code to get stronger. And that tactic comes down to, unfortunately, the last dab, which is the spiciest hot sauce that I have. This is probably what Bakugo would need to give himself the initial power up. Okay, don't overuse hot sauce. You'll end up like me.
This is it, hot sauce number 10, the last dab, Thermageddon. So hot, there's not even a rating for it.
To conclude, I think that spicy food does help Bakugo. Do I think he can use it in the heat of battle? Yes. I think with the hero support course, he could absolutely use this in battle to become stronger, especially when the conditions are not favorable, like in the rain. And what have we determined so far? By this, that spicy food makes you sweat, absolutely 100%. So, you know, maybe those extra calories, maybe I'll eat more spicy food and then eat an extra moon pie and they just kind of cancel each other out. I don't know, maybe that's how things work. I can't even think right now. This is the last dab Thermageddon, and just like the other one. So remember, in hot ones, they coat the chicken wing with this, but they only ever take a small bite. So I'm putting on about the same as I did for the sauce number 9. Now I have a lot of regrets today, but I'm glad I could do this experiment with you. My mouth actually stops working sometimes during this. And one regret I don't have is Cooking with Chaos, and it's on sale right now at cookingwithchaos.gg as a holiday special. You can go ahead and pick one up for you and a friend and a loved one, and you can make your own combinations with 60 different recipe cards that you can mix and match to make brand new meals every single time. And before I continue this, I'm gonna eat this. Cheers. I've been working on Cooking with Chaos for 3 years, and seeing what you guys have made has made this a very special moment for me to share my love for cooking in this wonderful, unique system of cards. Even though there are 60 different recipe cards of 20 proteins, 20 sides, and 20 sauces, there's over 8,000 recipe combinations that you can choose from. I mean, combine, because if you, you combine the cards together to make 8,000 combinations of different meals. And not only that, you can also pre-order the Rice Bowl expansion pack. That's a cool one. I like the Rice Bowl expansion pack a lot. And for a very limited time, with limited quantities, we have the special wooden box available for sale. We don't have too many of these left. My stomach does not feel good. So if there's a die-in, you get a D20, you hear that? That's in there. You can get that and Cooking with Chaos right now at cookingwithchaos.gg. Please go pick up Cooking with Chaos. I promise you're gonna enjoy it. The great gifts, you know? And this is awful, dude. What the hell is in there? Oh. Come on, pitch check. And we got sweat. We got back sweat. There's a Cyberpunk video right here. You can watch that. That's a great video. I also did a Skyrim video in this area. That one was, I made sweet rolls. This camera, this camera, this camera. Tell them what you have going on. Cooking with Chaos. That's all I got. Big Sean. Close.